This is a quick and dirty test for the Aukey DRA1 dash cam. Previously I've been using the 70 May dash cam. I think it's a Xiaomi product, but I'm not quite sure. When you boot it up, it says Auto May starts recording, so I'm not sure where 70 means auto in, I assume, Japanese, but or Chinese then. But that's what it called itself. I like the thing. It was voice controlled, and you could say take picture and it would take a photo, and record video, and then it would record the last 3 minutes. Video quality was good, sound was good, but it lost it. Like, it always was a bit finicky, where it would think you said record video where you didn't. 3 out of 4 recordings would be fine, but the 4th would be like a fake. It would be fake news. But that was okay. But at some point 8 out of 9 went wrong, and then it at some point even stopped from saving its own recordings. It would save them in the emergency folder, but it would still override them somehow. So that system just failed, unfortunately. So I'm going to send it back, hopefully get my money back. But I do want a dash cam, and I don't want to spend too much. So I bought this affordable Aukey. Well, video quality, as I've seen in the reviews, is not great, but then the price is not bad. I had an Aukey before. I had the DRA1, which is a double camera system, which I loved. But it stopped forgetting. It started forgetting all of its data, like the date and all sorts of other stuff. So I sent that back as well. So my experience with Aukey has not been flawless, but since I love the software of that machine, I figured I'd give it another shot, especially for this amount of money. You can give it a try. This one is just a single camera with a rather large screen, I must say, a rather good screen as well. Even where I'm sitting, to the left of the mirror, and you're hanging from the right of the mirror, the screen is still very clear, quite a nice viewing angle. And the menus are snappy, and everything just makes a lot of sense. I just found out that it does actually have a GPS unit connector, so I am going to get a GPS unit for this, because I know they're only 10 euros, and it's a really nice addition. Other than that, this camera does what most dash cams do. It records clips of 1, 3 or 5 minutes, and when you press the emergency button, it either makes them write protected, or it puts them in a separate folder. I'm not sure which of the two this one is doing. I will see when I get home. I literally just installed it. Downside of this camera is the fact that it has a mini USB connector, which is not that big of a deal when you think of it, but I already had a micro USB cable run completely through my dashboard, hidden everywhere. It was a shit ton of work, because I'm driving a Peugeot 205 right now, and that car is not made for this sort of thing. I bought an adapter to adapt micro USB to mini USB, so the problem should solve itself once that adapter is in. Other than that, no complaints. So far, it's a nice little camera. It feels very cheap, but it looks rather good. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. It's just really light and plasticky. It does come with the plastic mount with a typical dash cam. Yeah, you just sort of click it on mount system. That tends to break if you're not careful, so you have to be careful taking it off and putting it on. It cannot really be confused with a GoPro or anything, so I don't think theft will be a big problem here. But yeah, if you don't feel comfortable leaving it on, bear in mind that it is a bit of a cheap mount that may break if you use it too much. But there's nothing duct tape doesn't solve. So this is my secondary camera. I have a Xiaomi dash cam in my other car, a Yi dash cam I should say, which is great, but they don't sell that anymore. All they do now is sell the 70 May, which is the voice control one, which I am not going to go back to. So yeah, let's see how this behaves, and let's see if I could also use it in my other car should the other one break. It's a pity that they don't keep selling the same webcams, dash cams I mean, because it would be nice to stick to the same model once you like it, but yeah, they keep innovating, I guess. As far as I know, this one doesn't have Wi-Fi connectivity or an app, so it's just a simple put it on and press a button if something happens dash cam. Of course it has collision detection, but I generally try not to use that too much. I wanted to do this video before it got all the way dark, because I know this is not a great camera in low light. But as far as I can see from the screen, it may slightly underexpose because of the bright skies and the slightly darkish foreground. But other than that, the image seems quite alright. I also don't seem to see a lot of distortion from the wide angle lens. So far I'm pleasantly surprised. Let's see what the images look like when I get back home. Roller coaster bomb! Woo-hoo. So I'm going to pretend that I already know this, but I don't. So I may or may not use this in the video. The camera actually stores the entire 5-minute file. I have set it to a 5-minute loop recording. It doesn't put the collision or whatever you want to store at the end. So it is useful to actually slightly move the camera so that when you skip through the footage, you can actually see it change. Otherwise, it may take you a lot of time to find which moment exactly you tried to store. That's my pro tip for using dash cams. That don't store at the end of the file. That was the quick test for this dash cam. I just wanted to give it a shot and share it with you guys and see how it performs. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.